What's going on, fam? It's the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, Lucky Murray. Back with another Gamecock news update. Today, we are talking about Coach Beamer and his thoughts on the offense, his reluctance to make changes, and all these different things that we got to talk about today. But before I go any further, man, I need you to do one of three things. Like the video, first and foremost, right? YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint. So you gotta like the video, man. It helps out a ton with YouTube and algorithms. Two, subscribe to the channel. Okay, I give you Gamecock news. And, I'm dropping my video tomorrow. I'm a music video. I do music as well, but I mostly do sports. That's what I like. So if you want to subscribe to the channel, you don't want to miss it. Also hit the notification bell and let you know every time I drop a video. And a three, share the video. It helps out a ton. So Shane Beamer had his press conference, his teleconference after the game, and questions has arisen about Marcus Satterfield and his status as far as just switching things up. Right, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna show you a few of the stats. Right now, we are the fifth team in the SEC East. We're 1-4 in the conference, 4-4 overall. Missouri is 0-3 and Vanderbilt is 0-4. So we have an opportunity to get our fifth win against Missouri, but we play Florida, which is 4-3 overall, 2-3 in the conference. I'm not saying that we can't beat them, but the way our offense looking, it's going to look very tough to do so. So our team leaders right now, and these are just three categories. It's not the whole things, but passing. Luke Doty, 975 yards. He got 5 touchdowns. He has a QBR of 30.4. We have Zaquandre White. He leads our team in rushing with 291 with 1 touchdown. The funny thing is, he only saw significant action in like 2 of these games. That was the Eastern Illinois game, the first game of the season. He got in a few times against ECU, and it was not a whole lot going on until he played against Texas A&M during garbage time. And we also have Josh Vann. I told y'all Josh Vann was going to have a resurgent season this year. He leads our team in receiving, 431 yards, 25 receptions for 2 touchdowns. So if you look at our team stats right now, our offensive stats, we only average 210 yards per game. We're 89th overall nationwide. Nationwide is not on our side, but with the whole NCAA, we're 89th. Rushing yards, we only average 117.5 yards. That's good for 102nd in the nation. Points for, right? We only average 20.9 points a game. That is best for 216th overall. And points against is 24.5 with 58 overall. So we're good in the aspect of the fact that we're allowing teams to not score about 24 points a game. And then those numbers were kind of beefed up last week against Texas A&M. So it's like this. It's like if we can score a little bit more, if we can score a few more touchdowns, I think we can win 2 games. But let's talk about what Shane Beamer said before I go any further. So basically, he was asked about, do you think that with play Garland, maybe give someone else a shot? As Marcus show going forward? He said he haven't thought about that. So they asked you, like, look, man, are you going to give somebody an opportunity? So here's the question to ask. They said, where is your confidence level in Marcus as offensive coordinator? The direction the offense is heading, and what can be corrected in the bye week? So here's what he said. This is a direct quote. It says, as a staff, we have as offense, defense, and special teams to contribute to put our players in positions to make plays, give Texas A&M credit because they have a really good football team. But we've got good football players. We've got to win our one-on-one battles. Texas A&M is going to win some. We've got good players. We got to win our battles as players also. Whether it be an offensive lineman for us against a defensive lineman for Texas A&M, whether it's a defensive back versus a wide receiver, a defensive end versus an offensive tackle, we've got to win our one-on-one battles as well. I know what we're doing offensively. I know what our plan was. I know what our plan defensively to stop the run. I know what our plan was special team wise to cover punts. We didn't get it done last night in any phase. We have to look at it as coaches as to why we lost as many one-on-one competitive plays that we did, and continue to put ourselves in positions to have a better chance of success than some of our guys did last night as well. That's coaching, that's scheme. We have to get better fundamentally to win these battles and look at what we're doing schematically. I probably said that word wrong. Please forgive me. We have an 8-game body of work to see where we are in all 3 phases. We have to look at what we do well and how can we be more effective in performing in high levels in all 3 phases than what we did last night. So he later on to say that his confidence level is fine in all of our coaches. No one is happy with where we're at. We're 4-4. Didn't play well last night. And he said we got to do better. 10 assists and blah, 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 blah. So what do I think about this before I go any further? I think that's coach speak, man. That's coach speak. We got to call it like it is. It's coach speak. And look, we're 89th overall. We're 89th overall when it comes to scoring, offensive scoring. We're lacking in hundreds when it comes to rushing. So when you look at our body of work and what we've done, what we're trying to do is not working. And yes, it's a process. And I understand that we got to give Shane Beamer time, but it doesn't mean that we have to sit here idly and say, look, man, can we do something? Can we do something? Whether that is switching up a play call, whether that's going with a different quarterback, whether that's going with a different lineup. I personally myself don't like the lineup at running back. I think that we could have a little bit more consistency there. It doesn't make any sense that Juju McDowell starts most of the games, but yet he's not leading our team in rushing. That we don't see Zaquandre White out there. Yes, I know that Zeb Nolan is a good story, but our offense did look like it had some life in it when Jason Brown came in there. If he doesn't get it done, throw somebody else in there. Our thinking, and I know as a collective, as a group, and I'm talking about Gamecock Nation here, is the fact that we want our team to be competitive. And a lot of people was like, well, I had a comment the other day, was Will Muschamp that bad? I think the answer to that question is he wasn't that bad. But our issue, at least what I've saw, was the fact that we was non-competitive in a lot of games. Or it seemed like think about last year with Colin Hill. When we had Colin Hill, Ryan Heliski was the better quarterback. We did not give him a shot at all. So we don't want to repeat of 2019, 18 or whatever. Next man up. If he can't get it done, next man up. Let's go down swinging versus doing the same old tired act. We're only averaging 20 points a game. A quarterback that could go in there will not hurt. And if they don't get it done, heck, go back to Zeb. Make something happen. We got 4 games left to try to win 2. We got 4 games to try to win 2 in order to be bowl eligible. Will we get it done? It's highly unlikely. I think we can get our 5th win against Missouri. And I think that we could beat Clemson. Now, whether we do that or not, I don't think we will, but we have an opportunity. They're not a great team offensively. They still got a good stout defense, but they're not a good team offensively. But that doesn't matter if they play us and they look worldly, because our inconsistency and our lack of scoring points offensively. I'm not worried about us defensively. We cause turnovers defensively. offensively, man, we can't give up. We can't score 20 points and then give up 25. We're not going to win any games doing that. You know what I'm saying? Where the 5 points going to come from? So, with all that being said, should Shane Beamer switch it up? I think he should. I think that going through the process and all that stuff, yeah. Listen, if the same stuff would happen this time next year, I don't think Gamecock Nation would be like, oh, well, Shane Beamer is, this rah-rah coach, this coach. We would get tired of act quick. Because, yes, we got to give you a few years to make things happen. But we want to see what progress. We want to see our team flourishing. And even in this first year, we're not saying we want to be national champions. We're not saying we want to win the SEC. We're not saying we want to go to the East and win the East. What we're saying is we want a competitive team to put out there on the field. Simple as that. And we want our coaching staff to do everything that in their power to make sure that happens. If it's not working, throw something at the table. And I think right now it is starting Zaquandre White. Start Z. Give Juju in there. I don't know what's going on with Kevin Harris. You know what I'm saying? But these rotations gotta do better. Defensively, offensively, let's use, our tight ends, Jaheim Bell, E.J. Jenkins, right? I haven't seen E.J. Jenkins on like 2 games. He had a touchdown the other day, but it's like, what are we doing here? Giving Josh Mann the ball more in the sense of catching the spaces, but using our running backs as receivers. It's a lot of things that we could be doing to kind of help our offensive line. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that we could be doing. But here's what I need you to do. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Do you think that Shane Beamer staying the course is the right coach speak, to say the least? Let me know in the comment section below. Again, it's the entertainer, motivator, educator, and please don't forget all 3. Lucky Murray back with another Gamecock news update. Yes, today was a longer video. Had a lot to say, and I was going to say it. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. But like always, it's the next time, people.